Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Ray. Welcome back to my Sims 4 channel. Today we are building a family home. This is me continuing my build series of rebuilding Newcrest. Or not rebuilding, it's a blank world, so we're building it for the first time. I've been wanting to take on this challenge for ages now, and I just now decided, let's just go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do it. I can hold myself accountable with these videos. The thing is it's just such a decent sized world that I think it's an overwhelming task for me, that's for sure. And I don't know, I really struggle to complete my builds before I get excited about a new idea and move on to something else. So that's why making these videos really works for me. It definitely helps me hold myself accountable and finish these builds, that's for sure. So yeah, this is for a family. I have written down over here who this family is for because I didn't want to forget. So the house is made for a family of 5, including a dog. I had the idea that the mom is maybe a stay-at-home mom and the dad is a artist, maybe a graphic designer, something like that. So I made him an office in this house instead of a dining room. You'll see what I mean here in a little bit. I also thought that they maybe had 2 twin girls, and so I did make a children's room, which, let me tell you, I am not good at making kids' rooms, that's for sure. I think it's just because I don't have a lot of experience with children, so making kids' rooms is not the most fun for me. It's not as bad as building bathrooms. I don't know how well I did. It's very matchy-matchy in their bedroom. It doesn't have a lot of personality for either twin. It's just kind of, here are 2 beds, they're purple, here you go, kids, have fun. I definitely need to practice on making family homes because I'm just not good at the kids stuff, but I do think I added a nice amount of clutter to the downstairs, which makes the whole house look a lot more like a family home as opposed to just 2 adult Sims living in the house. So that was kind of fun. But here we are, we have most of the floor plan done already. I'm just working on the upstairs. The upstairs came together much easier than I was expecting it to, but the upstairs rooms ended up being a little bit too narrow, so I think I ended up expanding the parents' room because it was way too squishy in there and I couldn't even fit a double bed. I didn't think my Sims were going to be able to get around in there, which I will be honest, I don't always prioritize that because I don't know if I'm actually going to play in these houses or not. Maybe I'll start a Let's Play after Newcrest is built, I'm not sure. But so that's just never been my priority. My priority has just been making realistic houses. Oh, and I wanted to talk about the roof. So originally I wanted the roof to be like an A-frame. I think that's what you call it, an A-frame roof. And it ended up having kind of like a barn roof to it because I couldn't do the A-frame the way I wanted it to. I wanted it to kind of come down the whole way and it just was not working out. I am not very good at roofing in this game. So we just did the barn style instead and I think it kind of works. The thing is, in this game, I wanted to create a neighborhood that reminds me of home. So in my neighborhood and around my whole town, we don't really have one specific style of homes. So I really like that about my area because being somebody who appreciates houses, I don't like to see that cookie cutter here's this house and then here's this house in pink next to it, you know what I mean? So I wanted to let these houses have some personality and I didn't need them all to look exactly the same. But the goal was to make them look like they kind of still belong together, if that makes sense. But there are elements to every house that kind of ties them together. That's at least what I've been trying to do. So, this is such a long story. Oh my gosh. So, I think I redesigned this kitchen and the whole downstairs 5 times maybe. I kept a lot of this in because this is me kind of putting the layout together and I didn't want you guys to miss out on that and then just cut to the finished kitchen, if that makes sense. But I hated this at the time. I did not like the all white kitchen and I don't know why. Every time I watch these videos back, I'm like, that was literally fine. What was I so upset about? But I was so discouraged with this house. I didn't like it at all at the time and I just struggled. I struggled so so much. And I actually really like the dark wood floors, but we end up changing those. And I don't know, I kind of wish that I wouldn't have, to be honest. But I will say that this all white kitchen doesn't really look like a family home. Okay, so here is where we cut to the family style home. I end up going with the cabinets and counters from Parenthood. Again, those are my go-to, but I think we do change all of the colors. I think this happens like 3 to 4 times, honestly, because I think, if I remember correctly, we go with a much more like beige, neutral, warm color in the house, and I liked that too. There's nothing wrong with it, but I do wish that I had gone with a little more color, because beige is just what I end up doing every single time I build. It's just familiar to me, I guess, and I'm not super great at working with color, which is awful because I love color. I would really like to live in a colorful home, but I just don't know how to do it correctly. It always ends up coming out weird. But then again, like, maybe it doesn't, because I think that looks nice. Like the mint colors that we had going on, I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I think maybe I'm just too hard on myself sometimes. But taking a break from the build for a little bit, I need to talk to you guys because I need a little bit of therapy right now. I have had the worst week. It's been awful. So first of all, I had something kind of semi-traumatic happen to me over the weekend, last weekend, and I'm not even gonna get into that, but it really tore me up. So I had a really, really awful weekend. But then I ended up going to Goodwill. That was nice. I ended up getting a Disney Villains t-shirt, which was really, really cool. And the cashier and I had a really nice conversation about Descendants, which I needed that day. I doubt you were watching this, but the woman from Goodwill, you know who you are, and thank you for that. But yeah, so I ended up going to Goodwill, and that actually lifted my spirits a little bit. But then my dog got sick. So I have a little white dog. Her name is Posey, and she has had stomach troubles from pretty much day one when I got her. She just has a really sensitive stomach, and she's also a little scavenger. She loves to go around the house and find things that she shouldn't eat and eat them. So she was sick. She had a little bit of spit up going on for, I think, about a day. It went away pretty quick, but the problem is when she goes through this, she just decides that she doesn't want to sleep, and that cycle lasts probably anywhere from like 2 to 3 weeks. And so I've been going on very little sleep lately, and it's been miserable. So miserable. So around like 3 o'clock in the morning, she decides to get me up for the rest of the night. She will try to sleep up until 3, but she's very restless, and so if I even breathe funny, we're getting up. So that's been a thing. And then on top of everything else, my phone has pretty much stopped working. So to be fair, I have had my phone since I was 21 years old, and I am 17. 17, girl, I wish I was 17. And I'm 27 now, so I have had my phone for ages. And it's only a cheap little Android, so I'm honestly surprised that it's hung around for as long as it has, but it's just pretty much stopped working completely. For the last like week or so, it hasn't been wanting to receive text, which has been super annoying, obviously. So I've basically just been using it as a camera for Instagram, and then yesterday I went to edit some Instagram photos and they just wouldn't save to my phone. So yeah, now it's basically useless, but I am going to try to order an iPhone this week, which will be so awesome. I already ordered a case, and I also got this super cute Minnie Mouse knockoff pop socket that I'm so excited to put on the back of it. Maybe I shouldn't have ordered the case before I got the phone, but that's just me. I have to get the cute accessories. That's what I'm most excited about when it comes to having a new phone. That and the iPhone camera, that's for sure. I'm so excited. If you don't know, I have an Instagram account called It's Ray of Sunshine. I like to post the outfits that I wear over there and just like general things that I'm into. I also like to post about the books that I'm reading. I'm really into horror, so you'll see a lot of horror recommendations over there, and I like to post about video games as well. But I do want to talk about the build for just a second because I did something that I've never done before, and it's so simple. I don't know why I'm proud of it, but I tilted this coffee table And I loved that. It was such a sweet little touch for a family home, I thought, because I kind of imagined that the two twin girls, you know, they sat over at the coffee table and played games, and then they probably just moved the coffee table for more room and it just never got put back into place. I thought that was pretty realistic and kind of adorable, if I'm being honest. A little tiny bit of storytelling there, but we're pretty much done with the living area and kitchen, I believe. It's completely different since I last talked about the build, but I do like it. It's just very me. I don't really go outside of the beige, and I do need to incorporate more color into my builds, and I'm going to try to do that. I have 2 more builds coming up that I think have more beige, and I'm just so ashamed of myself, but I've already tried to do better. I tried using less of the Book Nook and Basement Treasures kits in those builds, so I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone. But those 2 kits just have such great furniture right now. I love them. But I will admit, I do think the beige is very comfy, cozy, very warm and inviting. So I thought it worked out in the end. But I do want to talk to you guys about a dream that I had, just because I think it's really funny. I had a dream last night because, okay, lately I've been trying to fall asleep to videos because I can't fall asleep in complete silence anymore. I don't know what that's about. I used to be able to fall asleep in the quiet, but suddenly that's changed. So I've been falling asleep to food theory. And what was so funny is I fell asleep to the bubblegum episode. So last night I had a dream that I worked for the Theorist channels and I was trying different bubblegums with MatPat. And it was such a bizarre dream. I don't know, I can't really describe what was weird about it, but do you ever just have a dream where if you try to describe it, it sounds kind of normal, but when you experience it, you know that just everything was slightly off? That's how this dream was. It just didn't seem quite right to me, but yeah, I had a dream about tasting different bubble gums with MatPat, so that was cool. I would be down for that though. I am a big gum lover, especially minty gums. Minty gums are my favorite. But anyway, we are working on the dad's office now, and this room actually does have some color. We used this nice green wallpaper, which I like a lot. I don't know why I don't use this wallpaper more often. I could see it making a really pretty dining room wallpaper, and this is kind of what I imagined was originally meant to be the dining room. As you could see, I actually put an archway there instead of a door, and then the dining table is kind of just in there with the living room. So I kind of figured that this was originally the dining area and the dad just moved his office into this room, which I don't know, might not be the most practical if you have 2 twin girls to just have them be running in and out of this room all of the time, but it is what it is. That's what we decided to do. And I kind of like it. I kind of like that idea of them just like constantly bothering him and he can't ever get any work done. But I love how this room turned out. I tried to make it look like it was for a manly sim, which I don't often do. Again, kids and men, I'm just like, what do I do with these things? I have no clue. But I love adding clutter, so I added a couple of magazines and I added some headphones, some books, stuff like that. I also added the dartboard, which I think is from Get Together. Wow, that's going way back. But I added that in there and I thought that was really cool. Actually, I could see the dad like going in there and trying to get work done and then just like getting frustrated and it's like, I'm gonna throw darts instead. That would be me, honestly. And I did put I am so sorry. OMG, the traffic is so bad here. I need to move. I need to move somewhere nice and quiet, you guys. But what was I saying? I don't know. I don't remember anywhere. Oh yes, I put an easel in here as well. I kind of thought that he was more of a digital artist, but I'd imagine if you're talented, you're just talented and you can probably do any kind of art. So that's what I decided to go with. And yeah, this is probably my favorite room in the house, honestly, just because it's something different and outside of my comfort zone for once. So I can tell that I have it in me. I just have to stop doubting myself and go for it. But I think we're about done. It's very cluttered in here, which I like. Did I say that already? I don't know. I'm sorry if you find me repeating myself over and over and over again. I have ADHD and I never remember what I say, so It is what it is, and I'm very rambly, so I apologize. But that does kind of lead me into what I wanted to talk about this whole video, and that is how well my first video on this channel performed. I was not expecting that reception. So okay, I'm acting like I got thousands upon thousands of views. I only got to 200, but you know, I was so ecstatic about that. 200 views on my first speed build, and it's like, it's just not even a special speed build. It's just an ugly old home. I like it, but I don't know that other people would. But I was so happy to see how many people watched it and liked it and commented. You all are so sweet, and I'm just so thankful to have you here. It was just such a delight. When it comes to content creation, I'm very motivated by interaction, so getting comments and seeing the viewership go up, that just made me want to like get right back into it and record more of these commentaries, because I was just so energized and like ready to go. Like, let's keep building. So thank you all so much for the support. I really appreciate it. I was expecting that first build to get like 10 views. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't expect it to do well at all. I was just throwing it up for fun, honestly. I just figured, like, if I'm gonna spend all this time building in The Sims, what does it hurt to just press record and then record these commentaries on top of it? It's not that much work in addition to what I'm already doing. So yeah, I just wanted to share them with you guys for fun. It's not really to gain subscribers or turn this into a job. Now that would be awesome. Like, I'm all for becoming a professional simmer, don't get me wrong. But that's not what my intention was when I uploaded that first build. So I was really happy to find new people. I really just want to build a community and of Sims fans and just meet new people and make new friends. That's all I want. So thank you guys so much for your support. So as you can see, we finished the girls' room. It's simple. It's so simple. There's not a lot of personality. The only thing that I did to add a little bit of personality is I switched up the posters on each side of the room. So one girl has more of like a, oh gosh, what does she have? I think, okay, so one was like a geeky poster, and was the other a boy band? I do not know. I can't see right now. But the posters are different. That's all you need to know. And oh, okay, so that one was like music and butterflies, and the other one was like more geeky themed, I think. Whatever. It doesn't really matter, Ray. But that was the only thing that I did. I do, however, love the way this bathroom turned out, because I got to use things that were different, that wouldn't normally work for just like an ensuite or a general bathroom. It's so colorful and cute. I would love my bedroom. I would love my bathroom to look like that. My bedroom could look like that too. I'd be happy with it. But now we are working on the parents' room. This room I really like too. So this doesn't exactly have color per se, but I did use different colors of beige and brown. So I found these adorable little lamps with, I think they're foxes. I was gonna say raccoons. That's not right. They're foxes. And then I was immediately like, oh my god, those curtains. I don't know what pack they're from, but these are the curtains that I picked, and they have like leaves on them. They're very fall inspired, and they just went so perfectly with those lamps. I was so excited, you guys. So excited. And I used this bed from, I was gonna say Eco Lifestyle. It's not Eco Lifestyle, Seasons. That's what it's from. And yeah, I'm very happy with how this turned out. Again, very warm and very cozy. I'm so into it, which is kind of funny because that's the opposite of what I did with this room. The room is gray walls, white trim, because it's versatile, you know. And believe it or not, because I know it might not seem that way based on my appearance, but my favorite color is pink, especially a nice light pink. And so it's decorated with pink in here, and it's still cozy, but it's not warm, that's for sure. Very cool toned, but I like it. And maybe I can make my bedroom with more of a warm toned colors. More of a warm tone color. What am I even saying, you guys? I was thinking, my mind is going a million miles a minute, and my mouth just can't keep up. That's the story of my life. Anyway, we're working on the hallway now. Oh, but I did want to ask you guys, would you be interested in me live streaming? And if you would be, what platform would you prefer that I do that on? Would you prefer it to be here on YouTube, or would you like to watch it over on Twitch? So I would really like to do a live stream where you guys help me. Again, I'm sorry for the traffic if you heard that, but I would really like to do a live stream where you guys help me redecorate my bedroom, because that's something that I'm doing probably pretty soon, hopefully this summer. But I have no idea what I want to do with it. I was originally just going to have it match this room, but now I'm thinking that I kind of want to incorporate other elements of my personality, like a little bit of black, some horror decorations. I don't know, because those are things that I really like. As you can see, I have a Five Nights at Freddy's poster in the background there. I love horror, but I just don't have any ideas. So if you guys would like to watch a live stream like that and interact with me and help me out, I would love that. So let me know down in the comments below. But right now we are working on the mudroom. I think it's called a mudroom. I know what a mudroom is, but does it count if it's in the front or the back? I don't know if that matters. I really don't know anything about decorating or homes in general. I just know what I like. And so this is what I imagined it to be. I imagined it to be a mudroom. And so I wanted to run with the mom maybe really liking woodland creatures and a woodland theme. So I used those cute little baskets that look like foxes and bears and just different woodland creatures. I thought that was really adorable. And again, I'm trying to be better about incorporating a little bit of storytelling into my builds, because a lot of times when I'm just building on my own, I tend to just build what I like and not think about the Sims who live there. So more often than not, I build a home for a single female Sim, because that's what I am. But again, recording in The Sims and posting these videos motivates me to think outside the box and not just do what I'm comfortable with. But we are working on the landscaping now. I really liked how this turned out. We did some hedges in the front to kind of separate the house and the driveway from the sidewalk, and then in the back we did a white picket fence, and I like how that turned out. I thought that was pretty nice. I am somebody in real life who super loves privacy, so most of my houses will be very separated from the public. I always want to make sure that there's a very private backyard, and that the front yard is pretty much like not necessarily fenced in, but just very separate from the rest of the neighborhood. Right now we're working on the porch. I had an entirely different vision for this in the beginning, and I just didn't think it matched with the rest of the home, so I went with these, I think those are from Tiny Living, the Tiny Living sofas. Oh my god, I said sofas again. Girl, I say couch. Why do I say sofa every single time? It's not even a sofa, it's a love seat. I know what a love seat is. I'm so embarrassing. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know why y'all watched that first video I uploaded. Like, why would you watch me? I'm so genuinely confused. Like, why? Please tell me. Please explain. Anyway, we're working on the backyard. I think I said working weird. I probably did. Anyway, we're working on the backyard. I tried so hard with this landscaping. I know it's nothing crazy. It's just a little bit of flowers. I'm trying so hard to improve on the certain things that I don't like in The Sims. Although I will say, I'm starting to really enjoy landscaping. Maybe I'm not the greatest at it, but I've been having fun. So that's what matters. Like, it doesn't matter if it's good. I don't have to be Deligracy or Little Simsy. It's just me having fun and making friends and sharing things with you guys. That's what this is about. Although I would love to improve and be on their level one day. That'd be cool. But yeah, right now we are working on more landscaping. I looked this idea up on Pinterest because I just didn't know what to do, and they just had simple little hedges and bushes on there. So that's what I did. I kept it really simple. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. That's what I told myself. I'm like, don't overthink it. I overthink so much in this game. If I just relax and have fun and just keep it simple, you can't go wrong with keeping it simple. I think you can overdo it, but if you just keep it simple, you can't screw up. And I like this. I think it looks nice, and it would be considered good landscaping in real life, probably. I don't know, maybe. I mean, it was on Pinterest, so If that doesn't say that it would be good landscaping, I don't know what does. But here we're adding some terrain paint, and this just transformed the whole area. Love it. So pretty. I would like to have a little backyard like this. So as you can see, I definitely used the same, I don't know if it's tile, I don't know. I used the same flooring in this backyard that I did next door, and that's kind of what I meant by tying these homes together, whether it be stone pathways or certain bushes or trees that are in the yards, just little things to try to make it all look like it belongs in the same neighborhood. That's the goal with these builds. But here we are on the screenshots. I am so sorry, you guys. I felt like I was rambling nonstop there towards the end. Maybe I'm getting a little too comfortable. But I hope you guys enjoyed this build. I definitely have a couple more coming out very soon. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye!